And we're live. Sukahorn, 30 minutes with John Sukahorn. How are you going, Jono?
G'day, my dear mate. How you been, pal?
There's
How you
discount.
coping
Look at
with
there's
it?
discounts come out there. There's Swiss.
Yeah, oh,
I
yeah.
don't know Swiss Maestro.
Yeah.
Sukahorn. It's all
He's
good
a
guys
man.
there.
He's
He's a
he's
good
a
guy.
he has a very strong contribution to the channel, and he's a little quiet achiever, and he's a funny bloke. And good on your discount. Keep plugging away, mate. Keep plugging away.
Yeah, no, he's a good little guy. How have you been keeping? Talk to me. We were talking coronavirus before. You're saying it's going to become herd
Yes.
immunity. Explain the concept. They release the hounds, and then it'll
Well,
die out. Now, the only problem with herd immunity is that would only be applicable if you could only get coronavirus once.
yes.
You can
Yes.
actually get coronavirus again and again and again. So, is it going to be like malaria? With malaria, every time you get it, your liver gets weaker, weaker, and weaker until eventually you just fucking die.
Well, they're saying that I believe the mail is that they will be forced. The government will be virtually forced to introduce some sort of herd immunity, but they will do it. They just won't say, no, it's free slather.
Did you hear the unemployment figures today? The liars came out and said unemployment's 10%. That is bullshit.
It was going to be more than 10%. I went for hello, super chat.
Super chat. Here we go. Rodney Nosk, 35 South African dollars. That's South Africa. What's that?
Kruger. I don't know.
Kruger.
Rand, is it?
Yeah. Sukahorn! There we go.
That's me. That's me. Apparently, there is. I went to the local shopping centre today, where I live, to go down to the post office, my post office box. And the joint was deserted. And there was only 2 shops open, and that was the pharmacist and the supermarket. Everything else was closed. So, and there was not a car to be seen. Not a car to be seen in the suburbs. So, if that's an indication of what's happening through, the rest of small country town.
We're fucked, John. We're fucked. We're fucked. There's no question of that. We're fucked, John.
Apparently, the mail is the medical officers and the nurses. They've as was the advice we got the other week back from our friend. They were hoping to get the numbers up with hospital beds. Apparently, there's enough hospital beds in Australia now to service the worst scenario. Is the mail.
Okay. Let the bugger rip then, hey?
Well, yes, that is the philosophy to let the bugger rip, but it will be done in graduated steps, such as people less than 40 will be allowed to go back to work.
I see.
And then if there's no further outbreak of it, they will increase that to 50 and then up to 60. But if you're over 60, which I am, looks like you're going to be tucked away for some times. First thing, the first sign of the herd immunity with the kids going back to school.
Tell me this. I don't know if I would fuck a woman under 40, would you?
Well, not anymore. Not anymore.
No.
No, like at 35 up, they start to know how to root. They think it's going to be their last one, so they seem to make up for it. There's certainly a bit more experience.
The only thing is, I must say, even with especially with older women, the worst thing you can do for your sex life with an older woman, you know what it is, John?
What's that?
Marry them. They turn into prudes, John.
Oh yes.
Fucking
Lefty Miller's asked a good question. Lefty Miller's asked a good question of us. Forget about the virus. Told me to be charged with more sex offences. Thoughts, John / Archie?
Hopefully soon. I never thought that bastard was innocent at all.
Well, I'm not a high court judge, but I can't. But there seems to be too much complaints against the bloke, you know, for it, you know, not to be at least some of these allegations against him to be true. But apparently, he's had 4 death threats. 4 death threats have come in for Pell, and they're mounting a, you know, severe investigation about that against him.
Well, you can't be threatening people. You can't be threatening people, but can you?
No. Do you know what he wants next, Pell? He wants his name removed from the child offenders register. He wants his name off the child offenders register. Well, good luck with that.
You've got to go. That.
Yeah, well, good luck with that, George. You've got to go to court and, you know, court and mount a case for that. Good luck with that one, George. Yes, that's left him. All it says, you know, the police are in the seminary now. Yes. So he's up in the seminary and moved out. Huh?
Jesus Christ, that wasn't long.
Oh, no, they're straight onto it, the coppers. You know, like,
Yankee Doodle, $2. Good morning, gentlemen. It's 5 a.m. here in New York. By the way, John, I got some sad news, John.
What's that, mate?
I'll show you.
The whiskey's out. You're righto.
Oh, gone. That was fucking nice drop. You know that?
Yeah, well, ER said to me the other day she's got something for it. She wants to order from Dan Murphy's. And I said, oh, well, you know, I won't be going down to collect it. I said, I'm not sure about Archie. So
I'll fucking be there. Don't worry about me. I'll fucking be there. Don't worry about that. I'm not worried about some fucking coronavirus.
All right, I'll pass on the message for ER. She messaged me this morning. This is lovely, lady.
No, I'm fine. Please do send that through. She's a lovely soul.
Indeed.
John, I want to talk to you about a woman scorned.
Yeah. What's the same?
Okay, I want to bring this up, okay? This is something that has hit the Singapore news, okay? Okay, this is a Singapore situation, and this is I'll just tell you what's happened here. There was a surgeon. We all like surgeons, don't we?
Oh yes, yeah, they charge plenty. Yeah.
Okay, so basically what happened is, right, the story is there's this lady. She was having an affair with one of these surgeons here, okay?
Yeah.
She was married, and they've tried to really bring her down because she was married. They said she was married and she was having an affair with one of them, okay? Is that a terrible thing if a woman chooses to have an extramarital affair? I mean, look, it's really it really is no one's business, you know?
They're guaranteed to keep their mouth closed, aren't they?
Well, anyhow, no, let me tell you the story, okay? So what happened is, okay, so what actually happened here is, it's very simple. A surgeon in private practice has he's lost a defamation case. Okay, so what happened was, the defendant, Ms. Tiong, is a development manager at the Mount Thomas Medical Center, who had an extramarital affair with Dr. Chen Hurang Niang. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's this ugly one, the ugly one. Okay. The ugly one. Okay.
Which one's that? The one on the right?
Yeah, with the spiky. He's an ugly fucker, okay?
You're right, eh?
So she had an extramarital affair. I mean, look, if she wants to do that, who's to judge her, you know?
Yeah, right, eh? Yeah.
Anyhow, there's a little bit of a problem here, okay? Okay? Because what the little bit of a problem is, he went away with her to Eastern Europe for a holiday. As you do, you take your woman away, wouldn't you?
Well, yes, on the quiet.
Yeah.
Like you did.
Okay.
Like you did many years ago. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Anyhow, Ms. Tong.
Oh, right. Here we go. Yeah.
she accessed his mobile phone.
Huh.
Okay?
Yes.
And what happened is she got really upset because the two doctors were talking about all the women they were fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay? So what happened is, Sukahorn, I got to put your picture up because I like to see your expressions here. So what happened was she went away with him on a holiday. She went through his phone, like these bitches do.
Yes.
And he didn't have a password on it, and he was talking to the other doctor. They had a deal where they would set up threesomes and foursomes for each other.
Oh no. Yeah,
They
go
were
on.
doing a little bit of partner swapping.
Yeah.
Okay, as you do. I haven't really been into that, to be honest with you.
No, not one of my
I
capers. Either.
I don't like to share my women, you know.
Yeah, not one of my capers. Yeah, carry on.
Anyhow, so what she did is she took a few screenshots. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Of his mobile phone.
Oh, yeah.
And then what happened is he broke up with her. Okay.
Yes.
Now, what this is where it went a bit nasty. The other thing is too is that one of them's a psychiatrist. Okay. The ugly guy is a psychiatrist, and he was kind of treating her as well as slipping one into her.
Yes. Yes.
And she sort of got dumped by him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he'd had his fun, and that was it. You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah. He had enough. Yes. Yeah. Bored.
So
yeah.
she contacted the Singapore Medical Board.
Oh.
And said that these two doctors were grooming patients for sexual foursomes and threesomes.
No. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Does that make sense or not?
Well.
And all the doctors that he worked with, she sort of sent an email to them with screenshots of their WhatsApp conversation.
Oh no.
Right?
Yeah.
And then what happened is, right, what happened was the one of these doctors here, right, because they were friends. So the two doctors were friends. So she made a complaint against both, even though I think she only fucked one of them.
Yes. Yes.
And she said that this woman who told other doctors that he and another senior consultant were taking advantage of vulnerable female patients to have sex with them.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was the doctors, being little Singapore smartasses that they are, they went to an expensive lawyer and decided to sue her for defamation.
Yes.
Okay, saying that she has defamed them, damage of reputation, etc., etc.
Yes.
Now, the only problem is what happens when the judge says that she's got no case to answer because they were grooming patients.
Oh, righto. Yes.
So the judgment's come back, and Judge Yap said in her judgment, okay, this is good, they got a female judge. You just know it ain't gonna fucking go good, don't you? You just know. Fuck me dead. Out of all the judges to get, they got a female judge. Alright. The female judge noted, that the main charge or string which the woman needed to justify was that Dr. Ong and Dr. Chan had colluded to take advantage of vulnerable female patients, and they used their positions as doctors to source patients for sex. The judgment came back and said Dr. Ong sought to have sex with the woman. So basically, the judge has come back and said, To be clear, it is this court's view that any doctor who seeks to have sex with his patient or pass a patient to another doctor to have sex with that patient is interacting with a vulnerable person.
Right,
The
okay.
relationship of doctor and patient is necessarily one of trust, and they said that she had no... I kind of think their career is a bit fucked. What do you think?
Oh, they're gone, aren't they? Yeah,
In Singapore. This is in Singapore. You know what Singapore's like.
Yeah, a bit embarrassing, like the rumours, stick like shit to a blanket, don't they? In that circumstance,
well, there's no rumours. It's been substantiated by a judge.
Yes, right.
We got Leo Schultz. I know Dr. Ong and Dr. Chan.
Yeah, good one, Leo. Yeah, of course you do.
So, what do you think about that, Jono?
Oh, well, what's the saying? Hell have no fury as a woman's wrath.
Scorned.
Yes. Yes, well, you don't want to be on the bad side of them, do you? Yeah.
Admittedly, they were dicks. They should have been a bit more careful.
I tell you what, I've had a couple of relationships in my time, but the nastiest one that I've ever broken up was that young Chinese Sheila. Oh, she
called the police, didn't she?
Oh, she was a nasty little faggot. She was.
But she was mentally ill, but wasn't she?
Oh yeah, she was schizophrenic. Didn't realise for years. Schizophrenic nympho. That was grouse, wasn't it? She wanted. I don't know what she was into, but when you're doing it with her, she's hit me. Oh, I thought, I can't do that. Well, after a couple of years, she'd say, hit me. I'd go, yeah, no worries. No, I'd really lay into her.
Leo saying they work at Chatswood. No, this is in Singapore. Chatswood, what, in Sydney? Or where are you talking about?
No, living in Melbourne.
No. These two doctors, this is a Singapore case.
Oh, righto.
This is a Singapore
case.
Yeah, this is in Singapore. They don't live in Australia.
Which super chat.
It is only cheating if you get caught.
Yeah, it's only cheating if you get caught. Super chat, Yankee Doodle.
Yankee Doodle, $2. What wristwatch were the doctors wearing? I've actually joined up on a car forum, and they apparently were big Porsches. They love their Porsches. Well, they let me just rephrase that. They used to love their Porsches.
Yeah, that's right. They won't be paying off the what is it? The lease repayments on it anymore on the Porsches, will they? And
no, got coronavirus in lockdown, and they've kind of shit in their own career, haven't they?
Oh, you don't shit in your own nest, mate. Really.
So I'm just going to share the link. We'll just share that link so people can have a look a bit later and see that.
Thank you, Blue Shirt Buddha. Good on you, mate. Good on you.
Yep, Blue Shirt Buddha's very cool there. I don't know what to say, John. What do you think of that? Seriously, I think the problem was they were stupid enough to... They should have put a phone lock on. They should have had a phone... Here we go. JY. Have you given a second look at the Tudor 57-100? I got the white dial and I ordered a royal blue Stingray strap from Bespoke. Good on you. JY, please tell Aaron that I've been plugging him. Please make sure you tell him that the referral came from Archie Luxury's channel, please. I reckon it's a great watch. The Tudors are great. The Tudors are a fantastic. There's nothing wrong with Tudors, that's for sure. I think they're one of the
Guido
nicest.
Was great. Guido, he was a great advocate of the Tudor, wasn't he? For memory,
he was huge. He was a huge
great advocate. Yes.
Guido was an absolutely cool guy. I haven't spoken to him in ages. Guido, I haven't spoken to him. Just bring up a picture of this model of Tudor. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It's good. It looks like a Patek Calatrava without the price tag. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous piece. And a Tudor it's just under the radar. I mean, Rolex is a bit for people who want to show off. Tudor is a bit more discreet. You know, I really do like Tudor. So, John, that's the apple cart there. That is the apple cart. Yeah, what do you... Now, the only problem is that woman's had her name mentioned all throughout the press as well. So, I don't know what she's going to do about all the offers she's going to get. She's actually a very good sort. Extremely good sort.
So she's essentially done this for revenge, hasn't she?
What's that?
To get back at the
Oh,
husband.
yeah.
She's done this.
No, get back at her, sorry. That's not her husband. Her husband's another man.
All right.
No, he's not her husband. That was his girlfriend. No, that was the boyfriend.
All right. Okay.
Because she was having an affair with this guy. No, she was having the affair.
Yes. Oh, Jesus. Oh,
Look,
well.
it's not for me to judge other people's morals.
Agreed.
You know, it's not for me to judge people's morals. If they want to have do a bit of swinging, that's not my... I'm not here to be the moral police, am I?
No, we're not the... Oh, well, it depends what we're talking about. Yeah.
Envy Scotsman, $3. Tuesday night live with Sukahorn. Yes.
Good on you, NV Scotsman. Good on you, mate.
And I wanted to show you something else there. I'm at the moment, John, because no one's watching this, are they, really?
No.
No one's...
Only with 540 watching, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, there's not many.
Yeah,
I'll show you something, John. I'm trying to spice things up a bit, okay? You know, I've kind of... you try and get a bit of spice happening, don't you? You don't do that or not?
Indeed. Super chat. Yankee Doodle.
Super chat. Here we go. Yankee Doodle. $2. Hell have no fury like a woman's scorn. That's it, John. That's it.
Indeed.
I'll show you what I've just bought today, Jono. Have a look. What do you think of these?
Oh, a bit of lingerie, mate.
Yeah, a little bit of lingerie. This is actually expensive lingerie, Jono. Very, very expensive. What do you think of this red one here? Are you a red or a black?
I like black, but that red one in the second row there. Here's that Sheila on the left hand side. Is that, what's his name? Jerry Hall on the left hand side?
No. These are young.
Looks
birds.
a bit like it. What is the second row, the third one across the...
yeah, she's gorgeous, isn't she?
Oh, yeah. You'd have a yard of her shit, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You have to kiss her on the arm. You would, wouldn't you?
She's beautiful, John. Oh. She's beautiful. So I'm just trying to think about... I'm trying to spice up things. Things have been very, very... look!
So is that for you, is it? Oh.
I'm trying to spice up things, okay? Things haven't been good, okay? It's been expensive. The only problem is, these place here is... Sorry? Oh, that's like $100 for this one, John.
What?
John, if the way I look at it is, it's cheaper than a hooker, okay?
Can't you get them on Amazon or something cheaper than that, or eBay, or? Yeah.
John, this is what it costs, John. I'm just telling you, John. I mean, you want to be cheap, okay?
Well, you only wear them a couple of times. You normally rip them off, don't you?
Not at that price, John. I can believe you me. I won't be fucking. We'll be putting that one away. That's for sure. I'll be putting that one away. But you know, I just kind of think things have been very slow. They've.
So what, you're wearing them, are you, or the better half?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, John. Things have been a bit slow, if you know what I mean. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, yeah, anyhow, I wanted to just read you something else, John. We were talking about Jap women before, right?
Yes, mate, yeah.
And I just want to read you this here. I was dating a lovely Japanese girl after meeting her on one of my trips to Tokyo. I am Australian. We hit it off and have been seeing each other for almost 12 months. Had some great sex, and she was super loving and caring. Just recently, she has stopped having contact with me. I was coming over to stay for a long period of time in Tokyo. First, she first said I have problems with work and family. Never explained what exactly. And now has completely ghosted me. No explanation, no communication, nothing. I think she might be a bit married, you know what I mean, John? John, what do you think?
Yeah, based so.
You've got to leave these women. You've got to enjoy the fruits if you have a bit of fun there. What does it matter?
Well, change the screen. Change the screen, yeah, okay, that'll work. Yeah,
what does it matter, John? What does it matter? Does it really matter?
Just don't get caught. Well, I'd rather not know. You know, look, ignorance is bliss, isn't it? You know, I don't want to know about my wife's previous relationships or bloke she's been with. Not any interest whatsoever. You know,
well, you're just going to cause, as you said, you're just going to cause yourself hurt, aren't you?
Exactly. You know, what do we need to enforce that upon her or myself just to find out what she did before she met me? Not interested.
Not interested, John. That's exactly it. So I wanted to say to you, John, that's a little bit of that's a woman's scorn there, John. It can be pretty nasty stuff, you know.
Yeah, well, I've only been fearful of one woman in my life, and that's the woman I'm currently married to. I would not want to upset her. Oh, poor. No, thanks. You know, like
Mr. C, $1. Thank you, Mr. C.
Thank you, Mr. C. He always contributes, never asks a question, just happy to donate. Good on you, Mr. C. Good on you, pal. No, good on you. Every little bit counts, doesn't it? It all adds up.
Oh, that's exactly it, Jono. Every bit counts there. It's I got to tell you, John, it's been very, very tough world there. Tell me, John, when are you thinking this corona thing? When are we going to start to roll back a bit? Tell me this.
The end of second term at school, maybe another 3 months' time. Maybe another 3 months' time, they'll start to let the break off. Well, we're going to let the break off, I believe. And
there we go. Faber watches. Faber watches. €5.50. Hey Arch, Breitling Super Ocean 2, 42mm, not the Heritage, on steel and rubber. Good summer watch. Already have Rolex Sub Ceramic and Speedy. It's a great summer watch. Get a big discount because they are very much being discounted. So yeah, I gotta get a discount. That's a great watch. I love those Breitlings. I absolutely love them. Absolutely love them. NATO, $3. Did you get any work done today, mate? I did. I've got about 5 videos I've got to upload today. Yes, I did some paid reviews. I did some work. I actually did some work. And absolute ball. Lake Palmer, the legend of Louis Thursdove, Try Brides, old episode. Lake is king. What does that mean?
You've seen that, have you? Louis Theroux in Bangkok with the...
Yeah. What about that?
Oh, remember that old bloke there?
Yeah, the little leprechaun.
Yeah, he married to Sheila for 4 days and he divorced her after 4 days.
Yeah, what about him?
Oh, I don't know. He had a dating service, didn't he, in Bangers?
Yes, that was 20 years ago or something.
Yeah, he had a little dating service. He had it all sorted out. He'd interview them all. You know, he had it all sorted out. What a squeeze bag he was.
I loved him, didn't you?
Oh, no. A real little sleaze bag. You know, real smooth, wasn't he? Real smooth. Had the office all set up and the little girls working for him. He'd interview all the girls. And nice caper if he could do it. Nice job if you could get it.
That was pre-internet days.
Yes. Oh, I should resurrect that. That'd make a good video. Resurrect that.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to read the latest out of Thailand? I can't believe this. They've got 70 million, 3 times our population. And we've got 30 amount of infections of what we have in Australia. You know?
They got how many?
70 million people.
Yeah.
You know? We've got 25 million in Australia. We've got 6,359 confirmed cases, and Thailand's got 2,579. So they've got 3 times their population, yet a third of the amount of the infections that what we have. But what were you saying today earlier on this morning, mate? There's what, 9,000 deaths being reported up country from what disease?
From dengue fever.
Yeah, can you believe it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, can you believe it? Oh, I've got me doubts somehow. Oh,
Yeah,
I really got me doubts.
I think you're right there. Just going to cut live now, Sukahorn. We're going to cut live in here. I'll bring that screen up. I'll bring that screen up for you. And here we go. John, here we go, here we go, here we go. It's all for you. This is Cardinal Pell reportedly facing fresh criminal investigation.
Reportedly. That's an interesting word, isn't it?
Police have arrived at the New South Wales seminary where George Pell is living amid reports he is facing fresh criminal investigations.
No relation. They've arrived at the police have gone to the cemetery, seminary to investigate murder threats, aren't they, against him? It's got nothing to do with charging him.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know, totally unrelated issue. You know, police are there, you know, interviewing about, you know, death threats.
No, I don't think they are. Oh. It says New South Wales police are visiting the seminary where Cardinal, following newspaper reports, he is being investigated over fresh child abuse allegations.
You're right, eh? Yeah.
That's not the death threat.
That Murdoch press, is it? That's come out in the Murdoch press, I bet you it is.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, right, eh? Apparently Murdoch's tucked himself away in one of his little chalets or something, and, you know, he's all
do you blame him, but is he wrong in doing that? What's wrong with that?
He's married to Jerry Hall now, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right. But what's wrong if he is tucked away in a chalet? I mean, he's not a fucking communist. He's just an independent businessman. Why wouldn't he do that?
Independent businessman. Is that what you call him? Murdoch, an independent businessman.
Well, what is he then? What is he? What is he then? He's free enterprise. He's not nothing. He's just a businessman.
He's one of the world's top 10 power brokers, wouldn't he?
Yeah, but what's wrong with him being in a little chalet like that?
I wouldn't been mind, you know, locked up with Jerry Hall for, you know, 14-day lockdown, would you?
Yeah, I'd cop that as well. Absolute ball, $2. The fires in Oz, less tourists, better for Corona. The fires are gone, but...
Yeah, we've had floods since then. You know, we've had a good year in Oz.
You know, they were saying the Red Cross wasn't handing the money out fast enough. They were hanging on to it and that.
They still have some of the funds apparently from the donations from you know, the fire relief funds. You know, like,
why is that?
Don't know. Apparently they're slowly dispersing the money, you know, to these people. Apparently the majority of people had their homes burnt down, you know, haven't even got their insurance payments as yet. You know, like, poor devils, you know, like, you know, the whole home and their life burns away through a bushfire. And
well, a lot of people didn't even have insurance there. You can't have insurance there.
Some, yes. But, you know, like the ones that did, you know, apparently not even 50% have been reimbursed as yet. Anyway, that's the insurance company's for you, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It's very
nasty. That's the insurance company.
It's very,
King
very...
Qatar said he's a high-powered bullshit merchant.
Who's that?
Yeah. King Qatar just said, you know, I presume he's speaking about our mate Murdoch, you know. Murdoch. Although he's looks like his sons are going to maintain the empire, aren't they? You know, old Jamie hasn't done too well, has he? Jamie Packer. You know, like
No.
it must be a bit painful for him now that the casino's closed. Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to get out of it too. He's been a bit strange, Jamie Packer, hasn't he?
A bit strange. I remember when he used to have a yellow Porsche. We used to have a little yellow Porsche. Used to park on my mate's, right in the middle of my mate's driveway. Did straight across straight across the driveway. Made sure he'd get a park. You know, the coppers would come along and put a ticket on the yellow Porsche. He'd just rip it up and throw it in the ground. He didn't care. It meant nothing to him. You know? Oh, Jamie. No, good luck to him. He's had a bit of an upsetting life. He was going out with Mariah Carey for a while, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah, she ripped him off.
He never got back the diamond ring, did he? Bought her some massive diamond ring.
No,
he never got that back.
Oh,
the power of the pouch. You know what the problem with you and me is, mate? God put the cunt on the inside of us instead of the outside. We would have been retired years ago, wouldn't we?
That's it. That's it.
Would have been retired years ago. Oh well.
I gotta say, John, it's a very, very hard world we're in here. We are heading. I don't think anyone realizes. So, I'm not sure they're going to open up international travel for 12 months. What do you think?
Well, they may overseas. I doubt whether we will or not. I think we will be very slow in taking our foot off the brake, even if they do introduce this, herd mentality, situation. Actually, Australia seems to be going very well at the moment, opposed to the rest of the world. And we've only got what is it? 61 here. There's another lady died today, an elderly lady in her 90s died. So we've only had 62 deaths in Australia. But wait a fortnight, and I reckon those figures are going to increase massively over the kerfuffle what's happened in Tasmania. There's a little bit of a mess there. And they attribute that to the Ruby Princess, that ship that berthed in New South Wales. That outbreak, there's a massive outbreak. What, an extra 1,000 people have been put into quarantine, today in Tasmania. Let's hope they don't get it. Anyway, Jackie's on it. Jackie Landy, she's onto it. She's messaging the treasurer. Little old Jackie, she'll help.
Dowlow, $3. Arch, new Datros 41s, Sunburst, Blue Dial, 12,000 plus GST.
Plus GST? So that's what, 13.2, 13.5.
Yeah. 13 something. I don't know if I'd put that much into a Datejust, but that's the hot model. The Blue Dial is the hot model.
Yeah, my little boy is,
I don't know. In this economy, I don't know if I'd be buying that for 13.2. I don't know if I'd be buying that. That seems to be a just wait, hold your horses. Prices aren't going up. This Corona thing, I would just be very patient.
Once again, the Premier of our state's led Australia again. Apparently, anyone in Victoria who has symptoms can now go along and be tested. You don't have to have the criteria of being overseas, but anyone in Victoria can be tested now if you have symptoms. Once again, we lead the nation. Thank you, Daniel Andrews. Thank you.
I don't mind him for a Labor guy. I don't mind him.
Oh, he's a bit, well.
He had some good things to say about the Catholic Church.
Yeah, well, he almost bit his tongue on a couple of occasions, but I've never a big rap for him, but he's excelled himself since this crisis has broken out and the bushfires. He excelled himself, but you wouldn't want to swap positions with him. Kelvinator Super Chat, well done, mate.
Kelvinator, $10. Thank you so much. Jono, I got to tell you, I was talking to you today. What's your take? You were saying to me today, people in Thailand are going to starve.
So much starving
Do
already.
you believe that or not? Do you really believe that?
Well, there's been a rush on. I read there's been a rush on the gold shops. People wanting to sell their gold, and the gold shops have got a lack of cash to hand out, and they've been to the banks, and the banks have stopped lending the gold shops money. So if people want to exchange gold for cash, the gold shops are issuing them with a written document saying that we will pay you so much amount of cash on a certain date. So if you go and exchange your 1 baht chain, you know, which you may have bought for 20,000 baht this time last year, and now it's 26,500 baht, you're going to make 6,500 baht profit. You can't just go over the counter and get the cash in your hand now. You're going to have to wait. Now, that's the first. Gold shops are running out of money. And plus, the Gold Traders Association in Thailand have now said that they're considering bringing in a policy where the gold shops can only open up every second day, you know, to stop the amount of, you've been into gold shops, you know, you've been into gold shops with me, haven't you? You know, like they're going to say it's going to help this, you know, public distancing campaign, but I don't believe 1 minute, you know, the figures which are coming out of Thailand at the moment. You know, like there's going to be a lot go down the tube. Even you look at Facebook, you know,
why are the gold shops going to go out of business? Can I ask you that? Why would they go out of business?
They won't be going out of business. They haven't got the cash to exchange for the gold. They haven't got the cash to pay. So you know what you do is you go into a gold shop, you put your gold chain over, you know, and you get your 26,600 baht. You know, normally every day of the week, you know, prior to the coronavirus, you put your gold chain over and they put 26,000 baht in your hand. Yeah. Now they haven't got the money to put in your hand. They haven't got the cash.
Why don't they have it? Because they've just had a run. They got so much gold in, but
yes, people have, you know, have lost their jobs, and people are.
You're saying people are broke, really? People are broke.
Many, you know, there's queues, you know, for people. For free food, something which is unheard of.
How about that guy who had the taxi who owed you money? Has he paid you back?
Oh no, don't worry about that. No.
Yankee Doodle, $2. I'm hearing there's a backlog of virgins in Pattaya.
No, I don't know if it's virgins. You know, not sure if it's virgins or not, but you know, like Pattaya's in lockdown. You know, Pattaya's in lockdown. That's where our mate is. He's locked down in Pattaya at the moment. The dead Ferrari. He's locked down.
Yeah, he's never done any shows with me. He's not really a mate of mine. I got to be honest with you.
Oh, we'll sort something out. We'll sort something out.
You know, he's been very. I mean, I got to be totally honest with you.
I'm the only person he's ever done a live show with, and then I that was for his purposes, not mine. But you know, I've done live shows with him, and he's sat over in the corner. But he's smart. He doesn't show his head. He doesn't show his head.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know with that guy, to be honest with you. I mean.
No, I've got a lot of time for him.
Yeah.
You'd like him. If you met him, you'd like him, Paul. If you met him, you know, you met him, but he likes to, you know, keep things very close to his chest, which is very wise in this caper. Very, very wise.
Yeah, but I'm not out to hurt anyone. I'm just happy to get some, you know.
No, it's not you. It's not you. You know, it's the trolls, isn't it? It's not you.
Yeah,
you know, it's the trolls.
I understand that. I understand.
He's got over. I think he's got over 120,000 subscribers now.
Yeah.
Good luck to him.
Is he making a quid out of it?
He hasn't put out a video in months, and he's, you know, in over 6 months, and he's still surviving, still getting the YouTube revenue. Although I think blokes like yourself, I think you'll notice that in next month's the next month's check in the mail, mate. You know, like who's advertising on YouTube at the moment?
No, well, that's 100% right, John. I told you, my figures are going down. Of course they are. If no one's advertising, it can't be any good. No, I 100%. You don't need to tell me that. I know the grim truth is pretty bleak out there, Jono. It is very, very bleak. It is terrible. And I've got to be honest with you there. It's I think things are going to be very hard for a long while. Advertising is one of these things that gets cut when businesses run short. Especially if they can't supply customers, you know.
I know. If you can back up the truck a bit on the coronavirus, apparently, I was informed today. It's doctors are certainly concerned about the coronavirus, but we're now in a situation in Australia that we can cope with the worst scenario. But if there continues to be a lockdown, not only is it going to affect the economy seriously, a lot of small businesses, are going to close up. What they're concerned about are the social repercussions. They estimate that suicides will increase by at least 100%. Suicides will increase by 100%, and we've already seen already, according to the press, that what's it called? Domestic violence. Domestic violence has increased. So nasty times are ahead. We're only early days.
There's very, very nasty times indeed. There, it's. I got to be honest with you. It's absolutely terrible, John. This is going to devastate Thailand. Thailand depends so much on tourism. I don't know if it's going to come back at all.
I can't see it. I can't see it.
The good old days that we went to Bangkok, those days are gone. They're
totally
gone,
agree,
John.
mate.
They're gone.
Totally agree, mate. Oh well, on that sober note, we've done our 30, mate.
Yeah, we've done more than our 30 minutes, John. Let's wrap this baby up. Thank you, John. Thank you, John, indeed, for coming on. I got to tell you, seriously, it is very, very... You stay safe. Stay inside. Just be cool.
Don't worry,
John, thank you. See you... Well, we'll see how we go. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see what mood we're in, fuckers. We'll see what mood we're in. Thank you, John. John, just hang on there. I'll end it.